All right, so let's talk about Bitcoin and where that's going, because that's been as high as $42,000 per coin, which is pretty impressive considering where it's been in the past, and it keeps on going up. Now, Nouriel Roubini from the Stern Business School of Business at the New York University (NYU) has been on Bloomberg a couple of times talking about Bitcoin and saying, look, it's a decentralized ledger system, blockchain, and he believes that fintech is very much going the other way in the future, which is centralized forms of accounting and logging, which is fair enough. It looks like for the majority of fintech that that's the way it's going to go. However, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin doesn't have a future, or that Bitcoin doesn't have a place, because it's quite clear that initially, and the investors in Bitcoin, and even now still, even though more mainstream funds and groups are coming into Bitcoin, the reality is that people invested in Bitcoin and bought Bitcoin because they didn't like fiat currencies, government currencies, legal tender, money, whatever you want to call it, where that could be eased and quantitatively by a reserve bank or central bank, and more money would come on the market just by government fiat. So the net result is, even though 98, 99% of the world may not use Bitcoin, the reality is the other 1, 2% is enough people to make a very significant market operating on their concerns about fiat currencies, government currencies, and not wanting to be so involved with government currencies and government money. So the net result is Bitcoin's got a place. It may be a small place, but it's a place, and that's why it's been so successful. Also, if you talk about the sort of the darker side of cryptocurrencies and how criminals can use them, well, that's certainly an argument that's been made. But the reality is also some of the critics openly admit that law enforcement can follow cryptocurrencies. So they bring up the criminal side, and then they seem to answer their own point by saying, oh, but law enforcement can actually deal with that. So the net result is Bitcoin's not for everyone, but nothing really is, and Bitcoin's definitely got a place. So I suspect it will go higher, higher than $40,000 and $50,000, $60,000. I think it'll go a lot higher over time. It's not something I would invest in, and I haven't invested in it, because I don't have that concern. I don't have the need to invest in it. I'm quite happy in the other side of the coin, you might say. But from me, the other side of the coin is there's plenty of people who do want to buy and sell Bitcoin, and that's why it has a future.